Hey, what's up, you guys? For those who don't know, my name is Raine11, and man, I can hear my voice. I can hear how different my voice is right now. It's 11:30 at night, so might be another quiet episode. But it's my fault, and the reason that we're recording so late because of me. But we're starting over here because I want to show you a few things. I've been grinding for these vines, which we're going to use today. I'd just put them on the barn side, and I'd go mining, and I'd come back every once in a while to touch up. But I made an ender chest for right here. So now we have an ender chest here, and then I also moved the ender chest that's over at our new place. And I need lapis lazuli. As you can see, we have 50 diamonds in this chest. We have 50 diamonds in our ender chest, so we're freaking good on diamonds right now, guys. Doing really well. So I'm pretty content. This Fortune 3 pick is really doing wonders for me. I just went mining, found 2 patches. Efficiency 4. Nah, that's crap. Absolute crap. At this point, it's absolute crap. But I came over here because I wanted to show you the diamonds and enchant that shovel with you. And I think that's it. Horse? Dude, I don't understand how he freaking gets... I don't understand how he gets over here and gets lost. I did a ton of work, actually. I wanted to at least have something to show you. Yesterday, I spent 6 hours playing Rise, Son of Rome. I bought it at the Steam sale, and I really wanted to play it. And once I started playing it, I couldn't stop. And so I just ended up finishing the whole game. Sort of disappointed that it was only 6 hours long. Was sort of hoping for some more gameplay, but for the gameplay I did get, it was pretty good. And then right after I finished the game, I went to eat dinner, and then when I came back for dinner, I hopped on here, and I've been playing since. Real quick, I want to show you statistics. Since last death, almost a freaking day since I last died, and we just hit 2 days of gameplay, 48 hours. And how many deaths have I? How many times have I died? Player deaths. Is there a number of deaths? 6. Died 6 times. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. But I did a lot of work on the castle. Just put on this live stream and just started getting to work on the castle. So I could have something to show you. But we're not going to work on the castle today, actually. Like I said, I want to do the castle off camera. Just because I feel like it's a huge project. I don't know what I'm doing with it. And I may end up changing stuff, so I really don't want to show you something that could get changed, if that makes sense. And we have to let you down here. We need a name for this guy. I feel like we did name him, but I just never got around to it. Oh, you can see it from back here. Let's actually step back. Not a clear view, but you can sort of see what I'm getting at. I did the 2 sides. And I started working on the middle, but I didn't really want to get too far into it. I wanted to save blocks for today's project. Okay. And this is what we're dealing with. I really like this bottom portion right here. And you can get on and walk on these, which I've also really liked. You'll see once we get up there. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. But like the whole general castle, I'm not... Like, I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I don't know what it's supposed to look like when I'm done, right? And I looked at some other castles, and I looked at... BdoubleO's got a nice 70-piece castle set, essentially. So I like this right here. Being able to see in the distance. Get my archer. Maybe provide cover for these guys. And we'll be able to go into here, too. And I just made this a solid wall. I was looking at a lot of castles, and they're actually like, they don't have to be detailed like this. Like, this is pretty detailed. Not all the walls have to be this detailed, and so I'm really trying hard to try to constrain myself so I don't do that. So that's why I did that. But we're gonna be working on something else other than castle. I just wanted to show you. We're gonna take all these building supplies with us over. See, I moved the ender chest here. I needed a crafting bench, and maybe these doors would also be nice, and that would help too. And some wood. Okay, we're gonna start building the miners' houses. Okay, I started work, or I went. I didn't start work. I looked in at BdoubleO's world. Oh, hold on, real quick. Just pulling up the screenshots. I took a ton of screenshots in his world just to get a brief idea. But I took a tour around his world and started looking at some of the builds that he's got. I want a smaller sized house, essentially, is what I want. And he's got a really cool idea for some stuff. Is the vine just this? Yeah, so let's get a stack of that. And then we need the crafting bench down. Now these houses are tiny. Like, these are tiny houses. And they're meant to be tiny. And I like it like that. And so we're going to build a few of them. I'll probably end up building a lot off camera. But we're just going to build like a few. Let's get this stuff on the bar. And I also need that and that. Yeah, that looks good. And they're very grimy too. Like, I'm gonna need more vines because they're supposed to be very like, whoops, very like disgusting and run down and stuff. So that's like the kind of look we're going for. I'm having a really hard time recording actually right now because somebody on Twitter found a video, an old video of mine from like 3 years ago. It was my freshman year of high school. It was right when I started YouTube. And the reason I started YouTube again, if you don't know, is because I didn't have a whole lot of friends. And I wanted an outlet, essentially. So I started doing YouTube as my outlet. And you could just, like, looking back and looking at it, you can just totally tell that I'm just so innocent and I don't really know anything about, like, what is to come. And, like, that's the biggest thing, like, for me is, like the watching that video, just knowing that, like, that the kid that's recording that video has no idea what he's gonna do, you know, in life and what he's gonna accomplish. And I was talking to my dad about, like, stage presence. He's like, do you feel like you're better on camera? I feel like I'm 10 times better YouTuber than I was. Like, I hope everybody would feel that, you know, like, I hope, like, nobody's like, oh, like, I don't think I've degressed, you know, but I don't think I've improved. Like, I still don't feel like I found my sense of self, I guess, which I talked about in that video, actually. A sense of self, just having, you know, an identity. Is it like this? Yeah. We need to actually go sleep. In the video that I saw, I was talking about, like, I wanted something to be my thing. And I just was thinking, like, what if I did stick to one thing, you know? What if I tried to make something my thing? Would I have gotten bigger faster? Would I have met the same people? You know, the video I saw, I think my former self, like my freshman self, was like, I think I want bow warfare. That was the big thing, bow warfare. I think I said, like, I want bow warfare to be my thing. How do I do this? I think I have to do it like this. By the way, I'm, like, legit copying this because I just love the design. So, do I have to... Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. That looks good. There needs to be a door. I grabbed those doors, but that's not the kind of door I like. That's not going to work for this area. I'll just put that. Oops. So that's what they're going to look like. Very dirty. And it goes exactly with what we were talking about. The people who were talking with me about lore in the comments. This goes exactly with what we were wanting to go for, right? These people are dirty, like they don't clean. It's because they're in the mines the whole time, so they really don't have access to, you know, being clean. And they're fine with it, like, I guess. Like, they just sort of, it's okay. It's their way of life, right? Like, they're not, gonna rebel, like, oh, we need to be clean. So I really like this this design though, by old B-dubs. So I'm gonna build a few of these, mess around with some different types, but that's sort of what we're going for. I'm gonna try to get like, well, I'm gonna try to use all these blocks. I'm gonna try to come back with an empty inventory. So let me do a lot of work, put on some Pandora, and hopefully I can get this done by midnight. hopefully we're crossing our fingers. So I didn't fully finish it, but I got pretty close, and I'm happy with it. I got 3.5 buildings in this little town, and we're gonna add torches in here just so we don't get any mobs. but yeah, they're nice little quaint places. I really like this one. And again, I didn't like come up with any of these. Like, these aren't my designs, and so I really don't want you to think that like I'm some amazing builder, which I'm not as it is. But like, don't think that like I came up with any of these. I'm not taking credit for these at all. This is strictly B-dub's inspiration design. But I want to have like stuff coming all the way out to here. Like, I want to have tons of buildings. I really need to get my hands on a silk touch pick, because getting stone is such a hassle. I have to smelt it and wait for it and stuff. So it's really a pain in the arse. And so I need to get my hands on some of that silk touch. We have like tons of diamonds, so I could easily just sit and enchant. And my grinder's pretty good too, to where I could probably just AFK for a day and, you know, oh yeah, you thought sit in AFK and just grind it out. I do have that luxury on this at least, but it's just takes so much time when I feel like I could be doing other stuff. So yeah, want to have the town extend, stay in the grass. I did decide, like, I had some of it here on the sand. Really don't like that, so I think I'm gonna try to stay in the grass. Like, maybe just to like, okay, they built right next to the sand, but they didn't like go into it, and I want to try to incorporate it into this waterway here. And of course, we want to get rid of all this and open this up, make it more natural later. But open this up and think about that. I don't know if somebody commented it or if I was just sort of thinking about it, but I do want to try to do some ships, like big boats. So if we find an ocean, or if we find like a nice looking river, lake type thing, would definitely like to adventure into doing ships, because I've never built a boat, never built like a real boat in Minecraft, other than just like tiny ones. So big grand ships, would love to try to get into doing that kind of stuff, but we're working right here with castles. Real quick about lore, you guys left a lot of amazing comments about, you know, it was a good idea to say that, hey, you know, there must be somebody that they're fighting, or else they wouldn't have built a wall. I feel like this whole having a society out here may be sort of bad for that idea. So we might have to, if you guys have any ideas on how to incorporate that lore, you know, the whole fact that there's somebody that is attacking us, because if there's somebody attacking us, we're leaving our people out here, you know. So that may not be a good thing. And then we need to connect the road up to the mine, or at least have some representation that, hey, these people are moving from here to there. And then I've been trying to slowly but surely get rid of the, let's just put cobble here. Well, it probably doesn't look good, but something. Get rid of this and make an actual road. But yeah, in terms of the castle, I've just been sort of picking at it by myself. I don't really know what I want to do with it yet, and I'm still learning how to do it too. I've seen a lot of people make castles in survival, and they sort of just leave it like this. Like, they just build one side of it. So I think that's what we're probably going to do, is just build the front, and then maybe do like the interior of a main hall. But other than that, like, I'm not going to do individual rooms and stuff, just really for show. And then once we get the main castle built, I'll probably worry about what's going on in here, because of course we probably want to have like a marketplace and stuff like that. And we'll probably in between we'll work on stuff like the mine. I do want to get some details set up in the mine, making sure that like you can tell that people are working there. I have a lot of awesome ideas for that. And then extending this town so it's like all the way over there, and we have a nice little shipping district and have a dock system. So yeah, if you have any ideas, you guys have been showing a lot of amazing creativity. So if you keep up the creativity and with leaving comments and such, it definitely helps me out. Like I think I've said this probably like 20 times, but like you guys are really, really inspirational. Like if you think I'm inspirational, you guys inspire me just because you guys are more creative than me, I feel at times. And the ideas that you guys are coming up with for this world is amazing. I had an idea of making this world multiplayer and sort of just putting it on like a server, like a 12 gigabyte server, where I could log in anywhere, and then opening it up to you guys so you guys could just come on in spectator mode and sort of help me out live. But I feel like there's a lot of flaws that could incur with that. Probably being that like people would come on when I'm not on and load a chunk, and like there'll be a zombie siege and all my villagers will be gone. Lots of errors with that, so I'll probably still think about it, but most likely won't do it right now. But that's all the time I got for today. 11:56, almost got to midnight, in before midnight. So apologize that the audio is really low and I'm talking sort of low and quietly. I just don't really want to be super loud. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Show your love and support as you always do. Hashtag BdoubleO or BdoubleO copy if you watch to the very end. And we'll see you guys next